Imagine that a ballistic missile is launched at this very moment in an unknown place somewhere on Earth. At that very moment, some satellites orbiting at an altitude of about 22,000 meters above the Earth suddenly pick up some unusual signals. These satellites always look at the Earth. Their job is to catch the hot air signal wherever a missile is launched, and before the missile takes off in the sky, that signal will be sent to the Earth at the speed of light. In a few seconds, that information will reach America's most secret and secure there is only one place, in a command center hidden inside a mountain, where some people sit under thousands of feet of rock and monitor all the time whether there is an attack somewhere. Suddenly, the screens in front of them start showing one signal after another. They realize that something is wrong, something very big. They start to calculate quickly. How many missiles are coming from which direction? Where will they hit? And the most important time is how much time is left, because these few minutes will decide the fate of the world. But the problem is that the president still doesn't know anything about this huge. The news of an incident has not yet reached him, and time does not stop. The missiles are approaching every second. Meanwhile, a military officer in the White House is running towards the president's room with a black briefcase in his hand, which is called a nuclear football. Although it looks like an ordinary bag from the outside, it contains some things that can determine the future of the world. Inside is a book that contains various options for nuclear attacks. Some mean a small hit, and some mean hundreds of missiles are launched simultaneously. The president is woken up. He is quickly connected to a secure call, where the most important officials of the military are waiting. They tell the president how many missiles there are, where to strike, and how much time he has. And here begins the most terrifying part. The president has only 6 minutes, and within these 6 minutes, he must decide whether to counterattack or wait. Every second of these 6 minutes is worth thousands of lives. One wrong decision could mean the end of the entire human civilization. And even more terrifying, the thing is that the president may not have all the information completely certain when making this decision, because there have been cases in history where the entire nuclear system was once ready due to a false alarm. But at the last moment, it is understood that it was a false signal. And if that mistake had not been caught, perhaps the world would be different today. That is why every second has to be confirmed whether the attack has really happened or it is just a false signal. But the time of that confirmation is the most valuable time. The president chooses an option within a certain time. Then he uses a secret code to confirm his identity. If everything goes well, the order will reach every nuclear unit in America in an instant. The missiles hidden underground, the submarines hidden deep in the sea, and the bombers ready in the sky all receive the order simultaneously. This whole process is so fast that hundreds of missiles can rise into the sky at once within a few minutes. But the president does not sit still. He is removed as soon as the attack is confirmed. If there is very little time, he will be taken to a secret bunker under the White House. But if there is a little more time, he will be quickly taken by helicopter to a special plane, which is called the Doomsday Plane. Although it looks like an ordinary plane from the outside, there is a whole flying command center inside. From here, the president can control the entire war. This plane is designed in such a way that it can survive in the sky even after a nuclear explosion. It can even stay in the sky for days after refueling in midair. There are numerous communication systems, satellite links, encrypted phones inside, from which it is possible to communicate anywhere in the world. The environment inside this plane is much like a submarine. Even if the outside world is destroyed, everything can be controlled from inside. But it doesn't end here. Because what if the president is not alive? To find the answer to this question, America has built huge underground bunkers, deep under the mountains, in places where thousands of people can stay for months on end. There is electricity, there is water, food, hospitals, and even a system to run the entire government. And these bunkers have been built for one purpose, so that the government can survive in any situation. And this plan is called continuity of government. Meanwhile, the missiles underground are being prepared. Two officers are ready to launch the missiles by turning the key together. Within a few minutes, those missiles will travel through space and rush towards the target. These missiles travel so fast that they can reach targets thousands of kilometers away within a few minutes. The submarines hidden below are prepared in the same way. These submarines operate so secretly that they are almost impossible to find. And one of them has the power to destroy an entire country. Bomber planes have started flying in the sky. The only difference is that these planes can be called back at the last minute. That means if the decision is changed at the last minute, then maybe it will be possible to save the world. And this entire nuclear system has one purpose. Whoever strikes first will be destroyed himself. This is nuclear deterrence, a kind of balance, fear, and the equation of revenge, which has stopped the war for so long. But at the same time, this system is the biggest risk for the world, because if it ever becomes true, nothing can stop it. Finally, the president has missiles in the sky, submarines on the way, bunkers ready, and the whole world is waiting to see what will happen in the next few minutes. Fortunately, this whole thing has not happened yet. But the terrible truth is that this system is ready every day, 24 hours a day. Someone is sitting in front of that screen, waiting for something. Is there an unusual signal coming? And if that signal really comes someday, and if that terrible message comes true, and the order is confirmed, then maybe that day will be the darkest day in the history of the world.